Coming to you outside the Hot Pot Diner while I'm waiting for my food with a beautiful woman in there also waiting for me. It's Woman's Start Out time! How you guys doing today? Happy Wellness Nerd Out time. Make sure I don't step in a puddle. So what I want to talk about today is a randomized crossover trial investigating the effect of irregular eating patterns or regular eating patterns on the thermic effect from food. And that is the effect it has on your metabolic rate after eating. How much does it increase your metabolic rate? Because after you eat, your body, straighten this out a little bit, naturally it's going to break things down for energy, or it's going to store them for future energy, right? And so this randomized crossover trial had 9 women with a BMI greater than or equal to 25. They all had insulin resistance, and it gave them either an irregular eating pattern where they would eat 3 to 9 meals per day for 14 days, or a regular eating pattern for 14 days where they had 6 meals per day. The two 14-day periods were separated by a 14-day washout period, okay? Now, they standardized the meals to contain the exact same food, to be composed of 50% carbs, 35% fat, and 15% protein, okay? Now, there's some confounding factors here we'll talk about in a second, but what the results showed was actually with the group that had the irregular eating patterns, they had a lower thermic effect from food. They were burning 18.3 calories every 3 hours, whereas the group with the regular eating pattern, it was the same group, this is a crossover trial, right? They just ate different things in those 14-day periods, and it's only 9 people. Again, we'll talk about confounding factors. 23.3 calories is what they were burning every 3 hours with the regular eating pattern. So maybe not a tremendous difference, but there was a difference, and that's with the same amount of food, right? So with the same amount of food, the same exact food, and they're burning more calories with the regular eating pattern. So here's what's potentially wrong, with the study. 1, there's only 9 people, small sample size. 2, 3 to 9 meals. Did they have 3 meals more of those days or 9 meals? It was different every day of those 14 days. They made it a different number every day to make it truly irregular in pattern, right? So maybe they had 3, they had 6, they had 2, or rather they had 4, they had 7, and so on. But the more days maybe they had 9, maybe the better off they would have been, because eating more frequently will boost your metabolism, right? Those smaller meals. You're either going to do that or you're going to fast if you want to optimize your metabolism and your hormone secretion, especially with fasting, right? To lose weight, etc., which they're equal for, calorie restriction and fasting, right? But frequent eating is great too, in terms of just having a really fast metabolism, right? So that's another thing. And the group that ate regularly, well, they had 6 meals every day. So, they were having those small meals every day. What if the regular pattern was 3 meals a day? Would it have been the same result? Now they did 6 because it's the median point there, right, between the 3 and the 9. So that makes sense, right? Really just kind of thinking about that now. But even so, it's to be taken with a grain of salt. We don't really even know the implications of this, but it's just very interesting. It shows the power of consistency in the human body, right? Down to even when you're eating the exact same food, right? And we've talked about eating the same exact food, studies in mice, where they'll have it ad libitum throughout the day, where they'll eat whenever they want. They'll go to and from the food, or they have it confined to a 3-hour window, and the differences in fat burning, right, and growth hormone secretion, etc., with massive differences benefiting the fasting group, of course. More lean muscle mass and less body fat, but food for thought. Be consistent, your body appreciates it. It's really fascinating, because with lifting, you want to shock yourself frequently to not plateau and optimize results. So you have to know when to be consistent, how to be consistent, but still when to shock your body appropriately. That's our message to you today. I hope you got something out of it. Danielle, oh no, I'm mad at her. Stone Paco. I'm sure she earned it though.